Welcome to Hot Drama TV.
Liu Yu Ning's goals for 2026. According to Chinese media, Liu Yu Ning reflects on the past year with a sense of calmness and maturity. Although he did not take on any new drama projects during the year, his presence remained strong thanks to television series that aired at the right time, popular variety shows, and most notably, a nationwide concert tour that received overwhelming support from audiences. For Liu Yu Ning, it was not merely a busy year, but a year of returning to music, to the pure passion that once guided him from his early days as a street singer. In a recent conversation with Chinese media, the artist openly shared that 2025 marked a significant turning point, as he made the conscious decision to temporarily step back from acting and devote himself fully to his role as a singer. Participating in numerous music programs, creative projects, and organizing concerts allowed him to rediscover the excitement he felt during the early days of pursuing music. "My greatest gain is that my love for music has returned," Liu Yu Ning said. For him, joy comes from the process itself, studying arrangements, experimenting with equipment, and refining every small detail to deliver the best possible experience for the audience. The concert tour stood out as the most defining highlight of the year. Beyond investing in sound and stage production, Liu Yu Ning was personally involved in conceptual planning and design, incorporating many personal elements into each performance. After every concert, he would revisit recordings, read audience feedback, and evaluate his performance to make adjustments. This meticulousness stems from a very genuine concern, the fear that he might not have given enough, or that the audience might not be fully satisfied. Ironically, this sensitivity and perfectionism have become his driving force to keep improving. The year 2025 also revealed a more resilient Liu Yu Ning in the face of mixed opinions. While there was a time when doubts and negative criticism weighed heavily on him, he now chooses to confront them with composure. "Your works will give you spiritual support," he shared. With sufficient experience, a solid body of work, and a clearer understanding of who he is, outside voices no longer easily shake him. What remains unchanged, according to Liu Yu Ning himself, is his refusal to yield to fate. From someone who once took on all kinds of jobs just to make a living, he has steadily moved forward step by step, seizing every opportunity to grow. He constantly reminds himself to stay humble and open to learning from anyone, even younger artists. To him, the process matters more than the outcome, because it is the journey that brings a lasting sense of fulfillment. Looking ahead to 2026, Liu Yu Ning hopes to present a new image in his music, from style to expression, while continuing to challenge himself with acting roles that carry greater depth. What he desires most is not titles or labels, but the recognition that he is still capable of growth. If one looks back at Liu Yu Ning's journey, a defining trait becomes clear. He has never chosen the shortest path. Every stage of his career bears the mark of deliberation, patience, and conscious choice. His decision to pause accepting new drama projects in 2025 was not a retreat, but a strategic step taken by an artist mature enough to understand what he truly needs for the next phase of his journey. After years of balancing both acting and music, Liu Yu Ning returned to music as a way of renewing his inner world. Free from the pressure of proving himself on multiple fronts, he allowed himself to slow down and dive deeper into the essence of being a singer. His concert stages were no longer just venues for performance, but spaces where he could engage in dialogue with himself and with the audience, those who have stood by him since the days when he sang on the streets with a microphone in hand. His growth is also evident in how he faces fame and public opinion. Rather than reacting or explaining himself, Liu Yu Ning chooses to let time and his work speak. This perspective reflects a strong inner foundation. When an artist truly believes in their path, they no longer seek immediate validation, but instead pursue lasting value. As he steps into 2026, what audiences can look forward to is not merely a return to acting or the release of new music, but a more clearly defined artistic identity. Liu Yu Ning now understands where he stands in the industry, recognizes both his strengths and limitations, and therefore approaches each acting role and music project with greater selectivity. Quantity is no longer the goal. Depth and personal imprint take precedence. In music, listeners may expect shifts in style, tone, and storytelling. These changes may not come as a dramatic transformation, but rather as subtle evolutions that more accurately reflect his lived experiences and refined artistic thinking. In terms of acting, roles with complex inner worlds and layered emotions will likely become his focus, challenges well suited to an artist who has lived through enough turbulence to perform with life itself. What makes Liu Yu Ning's journey truly compelling is that he never places himself at a final destination. For him, each year is merely a segment of a longer road, and every step forward must be built on solid ground. His greatest wish, as he has shared, is simply to be recognized as someone who is still capable of growth. And perhaps it is precisely this modest yet powerful aspiration that will continue to carry him further, steadily, resiliently, and with unwavering sincerity, along his artistic path. At this stage of his career, Liu Yu Ning no longer measures success by speed or visibility. Instead, he evaluates it by substance, by whether each project leaves behind something meaningful, both for the audience and for himself. This shift in mindset signals a quiet confidence, one that comes not from external applause, but from a hard-earned understanding of his own rhythm. What sets Liu Yu Ning apart is his willingness to remain a student of his craft. Despite the recognition he has achieved, he continues to observe, absorb, and refine, treating every experience as part of an ongoing process rather than a final statement. This humility allows him to evolve without losing his core, to change without abandoning the sincerity that first drew people to his voice and presence. Perhaps the most powerful aspect of his journey is its relatability. Liu Yu Ning's story resonates not because it is flawless, but because it is real, marked by detours, pauses, and moments of doubt. In choosing patience over haste and depth over spectacle, he offers a quiet reassurance that growth does not need to be loud to be significant. As he moves forward into 2026, his path seems less about reaching a peak and more about sustaining momentum. It is about continuing to walk, to explore, and to refine, knowing that the true value of an artist lies not in how far they have come, but in their willingness to keep moving. And in that steady forward motion, Liu Yu Ning reveals something rare in today's industry: an artist who is not chasing an ending, but honoring the journey itself.